Honorable Titus.
The former Chief Justice removal
just because it's come up in
was constitutional. No constitutional article was breached. No, not even a single process was breached in her removal. Indeed, we didn't even start it. Under Nana Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, then President, a petition was sent to him concerning the conduct of the removed Chief Justice. The same Article 146 was triggered. That petition was sent to the then Council of State to look at. The Council of State looked at it and sent their report to the President saying that they didn't see reason why they should. No prima facie. So at that time, was it a political decision by the then Council of State and the Presidency to connive and stop the investigation of her conduct? So if somebody should say, I'm not surprised NPP are saying it's political. If you say political, sometimes they talk as if Madame Torkornoo was a woman organizer of NPP. I'm surprised at them. Sometimes I wonder. The way they attach passion to all this thing. This thing started under their regime. She was then the Chief Justice. Professor Kuku Azar wrote to the President, triggering that Article 146, that the woman should be removed because of stated misconduct. And they went through the same Article 146 and dismissed it. So because it was Nana Akufo-Addo who was then the President dismissing it, nobody didn't say anything. NDC were quiet, were silent. Nobody, we didn't even hold any press conference to attack the presidency for dismissing that matter and other things. No, we thought that he was the president, he was doing his right thing. If the Council of State says there's no prima facie and all that, the president accepted it and dismissed the petition. That one, NPP were happy. They didn't see anything wrong with that. This time around, another group brought petition, the same process, triggered the Article 146. The same process, the Council of State sat, almost all of them were there, not even a single person was absent, and agreed that there is the woman has a case to answer, there's prima facie against her. That led to the formation of the committee. What wrong has the president done? Is it because it's John Dramani Mahama? Sometimes I ask myself, is it because the name is John Dramani Mahama? What is wrong with that? Two presidents, one did this, another person is doing this, that one they have problem with the other person. That is the kind of problem I'm saying, that the NPP put in a mechanism to disrespect the current president. And that has been their stock of trade. And that is why the NDC stood strongly in support of the president in taking such a decision. When it happened under NPP, they didn't see anything wrong with that. Ghanaians didn't see anything wrong. They thought the president was doing his right. And this one went through all the process. He was given all the Lady Chief Justice then. She was given all the necessary support. Her liberties were protected. She went and filed several motions at the Supreme Court. Her own court dismissed her issues severally. These are her colleagues. They knew each other. And so how can we today describe it as a political decision? What political decision was it? So today, if somebody go and steal your goat or sheep, Honorable Titus, and we send the matter to court.
The name is
Titus Glover.
Yes.
Okay, Honorable Glover.
Titus Glover.
And so this is the issue we are talking about. Please, we shouldn't always read political meaning to actions.
But statements, you are an executive of the NDC party.
Yes.
Statements had been made to the effect that Chief Justice then, Gertrude Torkornoo,
yes,
would be removed if the NDC came to power. And so the perception is that you are giving effect to the perception of the NDC, the actions of the NDC, the thoughts of the NDC. You are just implementing what was planned before you even came to power.
My brother, there is no iota of truth in this statement. We challenge them severally to produce a statement or a tape recording of leadership of the party, NDC, standing somewhere and conspiring or announcing that when we come to power, we are going to remove Lady Chief Justice. None. They couldn't produce even a single one. They always make reference to a meeting held in Ho during the campaign time. Interesting enough, I sat through in that meeting NDC Lawyers Conference, which the then candidate, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, came and addressed the lawyers. I was in that meeting. Throughout. No, there was nobody among leadership who stated that when we get political power, we're going to remove the Chief Justice. We're not reckless. Like our opponent, who is now in opposition, when they were to remove Charlotte Osei. Remember 2016? They had press conference and they were saying that when they win, they were going to remove Charlotte Osei. Severally, we have the videos. We can produce them for you to see. Severally, they announced it. And they made meaning to what they were doing during the campaign era. And removed her, hunted her out. And Ahmad Seydou, that led to Ahmad Seydou's death. The man was so haunted that he didn't do anything. You just came some trump card charges against them and removed this old man who has worked tirelessly for electoral commission. This trauma led to his death. Now, we were not so reckless like them. We were very cautious because we want the sanctity of the judiciary to be protected. So the NDC, no NDC leadership ever, anywhere, stood somewhere and stated that when we get political power, we're going to remove the Chief Justice. No, it never happened. It never happened. See, so this statement that the NDC meant to remove the Chief Justice was false. It's just NPP propaganda, and that propaganda fell flat because it didn't have feet. No pedestal for it to stand. It fell flat. So we are doing our work. We'll make sure that we protect the judiciary. We won't interfere. This government has no interest whatsoever interfering in the judiciary. And you heard what the president told him when he was swearing in Justice Bafo-Boni. Very fine lawyer. Very fine lawyer. Interestingly enough, they appointed him to the Supreme Court judge. NPP. You see how they are always creating confusion in the minds of Ghanaians. You brought this fine gentleman into Supreme Court, and today you think he's not qualified to be a Chief Justice. See how they are. And look at how they punish these old men and old ladies at the vetting. You brought our justices, they sat there for almost 4 or 5 hours. They couldn't even take breakfast. Look at how they punish them. This is how MPP behave. And when Ghanaians punish them at polls, then they are crying. You see how you punish them. The same thing you punish our old ladies and old men, cut off their heads and gave them sakura. And the old men had to demonstrate all the way to the finance minister. Every day, have you ever seen old men demonstrating? It was an MPP that we saw them demonstrating. Old ladies, old men, demonstrating for their own money. You removed their heads and gave them sakura. Today, you have not stopped that. In opposition, you are still punishing justices to vet the learned Chief Justice. And you punish them this way. You see, right. They need to apologize to Ghanaians seriously. Honorable Titus, Glover, I've mentioned it well now.
What is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yes, please.
If Rashid is standing on the leg of a petition against the dismissal of the Chief Justice, I want to refresh your mind. Do you recall the petition made by Gbande Nabin Yusuf, a private citizen who petitioned the president for the removal of Justice Bafo-Boni? Citing the same article 1461, you remember? What happened to that petition? If you had the encouragement to accept the petition against Torkornoo, somebody, Nabin Yusuf Gbande, also petitioned. What happened to that petition? Because he said that his conduct is not the best, which is against the Bangalore, what do you call it? Consensus or something. You know, what happened to that too? But because it's your own, so now you sleep over it. You see what you did for Torkornoo, somebody has brought the petition. At least hear him. Did you hear him?
Honorable, you know
this. Did you hear him?
Honorable, you know
Rashid.
this. You know these things.
And I don't know.
Look, the thing
because
is,
I'm reading through
should we
and
go,
I'm just asking you, did the president receive that petition?
I'm saying that
from Gbande.
Do you want us to descend to abyss?
I'm not descending
to
abyss.
That's what we want to do.
Because there was
if we do that, what will happen is that. So does it mean that anybody who, you know, it doesn't cost to buy a pen. It's just from one city you can get it. And I'm coming.
Really?
And the paper. Then you just see that I don't like honorable titles. I'm going to write a petition against it. All manner of petition. So we should just be triggering it. They'll look at the petition, the veracity of the petition before they process it. The presidency has a team of crack lawyers, former attorney generals and all that. They are there. They will look at your petition. If they see that it doesn't make sense, you just want to worry everybody with all manner of writings, then the whole presidency will be turned to a gate of petitions. And then everybody will be passing petitions and sending petition over there. But they must look at it. They go through it. Before the president will pass a petition to the Council of State, they will look at the petition and analyze it before it is sent there. Otherwise, we can't just descend to an abyss where we open up the gates for all manner of petitions to be flooding over there. In any case, do you know the number of petitions that have been brought against the current chief electoral commission under Nana Akufo-Addo? Did they say anything about it? When Nana Akufo-Addo was a president, several petitions were sent to him concerning the conduct of the electoral commission and the commissioners there. Your people were quiet. Did they see anything wrong with that? Because they know they wanted to help them rig elections.